Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will explore the GCP console. I assume everyone's free trial is ready. If not, please refer to the documentation which you can find in the repo and make sure you have set up your free trial. So that's it. So you can get into this console by typing console.cloud.google.com. So when you enter, you will be able to find a similar screen just like this. This is how your Google Cloud console will look like. I'm into this project. Project name is Cloud AI GCP 02 Hero 26, and you can find the project number and project ID for this project. One thing to notice, you can rename the project name, but you can't rename project number and project ID. If you want, you can do it only at the time of creation. After that, you will not be able to edit it. So that's it. You can just click on this Cloud AI GCP project. This is basically you can pick your projects. You can be part of multiple projects, and all the projects you will be able to see it here. And I am part of two projects. One is Cloud AI GCP 02 Hero 26 and the other one is my project 53460. And if you star it, you will be able to find that here. And under all, you will be able to find all the projects under this organization. Since I'm using free trial, you will be able to see similar screen like this. But in enterprise version, you will be able to see your organization name. Under your organization name, you will have folders, subfolders, and under that you will be able to create projects. Under project, you will be able to create your GCP services, just like what we have discussed in Google Cloud Resource Hierarchy. And if you want, you can create new project as well. If you just click on this, it will take, you can give your project name, location, and you can just click on this create. You can ask like, how can I edit my project ID and project number at the time of creation? Project number, you don't need to edit it, but project ID, obviously you can do it via client libraries or Terraform scripts basically. I'll just cancel it and I'm back to this console. Can just click on this dashboard. You will be able to get, or you will be able to see all the informations related to this project name, project number, project ID. If you want, you can add people to this project. You can just click on this. You will go to project settings, project name, you can rename it, project ID, project number, migrate, and basically you can shut it down as well, but I'm not going to do it. Go back to dashboard, and here you can find all the resources related to this GCP services, dashboards basically, app engines, compute engines, and you can see the Google Cloud Platform status as well. Everything looks normal, and the billing details you will be able to find it here, and monitoring. If you want, you can just click on this and you can customize it as well according to your requirement. For example, if I don't need to see app engine, I'm not using app engine and I don't want to see it. So if that is the case, I'll just uncheck this and click on this. Here you can see that the screen is modified now, and you can just click on this activity. Basically, it will take you to the cloud logging page, and here you can find recommendations as well. After a period of time, you will find a good amount of recommendations from Google in itself, so that you will be able to save cost and improve efficiency as well. And now we will get into the search bar. Here you can just click on this and you can search for whatever services, like BigQuery I need, or I need to work on data flow, whatever it is, you will be able to find it. This is not the only way, but this is one of the way. You can directly search for the services. The next one is, this is Gemini Cloud Assist tab. Like Gemini 3 is Google's own AI platform, and they have integrated it with Google Cloud Platform as well. You can make use of it, but if you want to use it, you have to enable a separate API for it. In the upcoming videos of this section or in the course, we will be using Gemini a lot. We will have a separate video on understanding why to enable API is very important and basic when we are working with Google Cloud Platform. And moving on to the next, this is Cloud Shell. So if you want to work with IDE based environment like Cloud Shell, Cloud Editor, this is the place where we have to click. And the next one is notifications. You will find all that notifications. If you have enabled the API, a particular service has been created or a particular service has been destroyed. So all the details, all the activities, you will be able to find it here. And if you just click on this help, you'll be able to get a real-time support from Google Cloud live chat, and also you'll be able to browse documentations, architecture guides, and basically you can start with this tutorial as well. And if you just click on these three dots, like here you can find the billing, account management, payment method, and appearances. Few people prefer to be using the dark theme. If that is the case, you can switch it here, but I prefer using light theme. So I'll just select the same, and you can find all the details here: preferences, project settings, downloads, cloud patterns, and terms of services. Now the next question is how to look at the different services offered in Google Cloud Platform. You can just click on this navigation menu and you can just go to solutions. Under solutions, you click on this all products. So here you can see all the products which is available in this, and Google Cloud Platform as categorized services based on how we use. For management, we have different set of services. For compute, we have other set of services. Pretty much based on your role, use case, you will be using services accordingly. Under storage, you can find all the other services like cloud storage, file store, backup and DR, storage transfer. We'll be discussing all the services in the upcoming sections of this course. Under analytics, you can find all the services, and this is something which is very popular in big data and data engineering world. And next to this, we have networking, distributed cloud, serverless, and artificial intelligence. Basically, machine learning engineers or data scientists or data science people, and integration services, and you can find lot of other services as well. Based on your role, based on your use case, for example, if you are a data engineer, you will be working with analytics services. And if you look at in few services like GitLab, you will find this P. What is this P means? It is partner product. It is part of Google Cloud, basically managed and maintained by the respective partners. And now going back here, you can find a new service called Cloud Hub. So Cloud Hub is a centralized view where you will be able to see your support cases, incidents, scheduled maintenance, deployments, capacity, performance, and cost signals as well. To use this, you have to enable a few APIs. I have mentioned a lot about APIs. The first thing is you have to enable APIs. APIs play a vital role in Google Cloud Platform. What is this API and why enabling API is very important? We'll be discussing that in the next video. I'll see you there. Happy learning.